Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing extremely well. So today we are going to solve another important problem from dynamic series, that is house robber. So let's understand the question first. So a robber is targeting to rob a house from a street. Each house has a security measure that alert the police when two adjacent houses are robbed. So the house are arranged in a circular manner. It means that the last house is connected to the first house. So given an integer array money, where money I represents the amount of money that can be looted or robbed from I plus one house. So return the maximum amount of money that the robber can rob or loot without alerting the police. So let's try to see here. There is example 2149. So maximum we can loot is 1 plus 9 10. If you see example 2, so 15216. So maximum we can loot is from here 1 to 2, or from here 1 to 5. Okay, is 4, and that is 11. Okay, so let's see with another example. Okay, so see, this is the array that we have, that is given. So there is a rule is given that we cannot rob adjacent house, and another important rule is given that the last house is connected to a first house, means circular uh, arrangement connection is there. Okay, so it means that if we looted the first house, then we cannot loot the last house, right? So what would be the maximum we can loot, the thief can loot? So if I will take the zeroth house, okay, and plus we cannot take one house, we can take two house. Okay, we cannot take third house. Why? Because yeah, it's become adjacent from two. So what is the maximum is this? That is 2 plus 4. That is definitely 6. Or what can we do? We can either loot zero house plus third house. We haven't choose the second house. We skip that one and we goes for the third house. But see here, this is not correct. Why? Because last house is connected with the first house, so this is invalid, right? So what can I do? Another way is that we skip the first house and we loot the we skip the zeroth house and we continue from first house. I have looted the first house, then from first house I will go to third house. Okay, and from here what would be the amount? 1 plus 9, that is 10, right? So at max, let's see the, yeah, at max we can loot 10th amount. Let's see another example, that is 15216. Let's see another example. They will rob the first house, then they will rob the second house, then the fourth house, right? So what would be the money that he will not? Wait. See, we cannot take this one. Why? Because the fourth in last index is connected with the first, so it will become adjacent. So we cannot take this one, right? What would be the amount that I will get is zeroth house the money is 1, and the second house the money is 2, right? So total 3. If I will what is done, let's assume there is another way. I will take first house, then I will skip the second house and I will go to third house. So what would be the amount? 1 plus 1 is 2. There is another way. What is that? Let's assume that I will skip the zeroth house and I will take first house, plus I will not take the second house because it's adjacent, so I will take the third house. So what would be the amount? Amount would be 5 plus 1, that is 6. Let's see another example. I will take first house and I will skip. After first house I can take third house, but I skip that one, I will come to fourth. And yes, I can take this one. Why? Because I have skipped the zeroth. So what would be the amount? The amount would be 5 plus 6, that is 11. And this is the maximum, okay, out of all these. So yeah, so I'm sure that this example clears you the question. So if we can see that carefully, that at every step either I have two option. Every step I have two option. Either I will uh, loot that house or I will steep, right? If I will loot that house, then at the next I can loot from this house, from at is after adjacent. But we steep the current house, then we can loot from its next house, right? So in this way, it means at every house we have two options: either you can steep or loot. So in it means that I can definitely draw recursion diagram, and when these things comes, so mostly we our thought goes to towards recursion. So let's draw it. So let's try to take this example. Okay, let's try to draw the recursion diagram. So we are at the zeroth place. Okay, is it clear? Now we have two options. Okay, that either I will rob this house. Okay, if I will rob this house, so that the next I will go to the second index, right? Or I will steep that house and I will go to the first index, right? Again, I have two options from here, two, and whatever this tips it, I will add. Here from two, I have two options. Either I will rob this house. If I will rob this house, then the amount is 1 plus 1. Okay, I have two options. Either I will rob this house too. So if I will rob this house, so definitely from here I will can go to fourth, and 2 plus 1, 1. Wait. Yeah, 2. Right? Yeah, 4. So 4 as it is the last index, and see here. We cannot rob this house. Why? Because this is the last index and we have picked the zeroth index. So we cannot add this one. So what would be the answer? I will from here I will return the 2 plus 1 3. So from here I will simply return the 3. Okay. If see here from 2, if I will not add this one, so I can go to third index. So I can go to third index. Okay. And here I also have two options: either I will pick or not pick. So I will add, and what would be the here not pick, so I will go to 4. So as here the fourth one is from here I will can do 5. So this is the index out of bounds. So from here I will simply return 0. But from 4, as it is the last index and we cannot pick. Why we cannot pick? Because we have already taken the 0th at this. Okay. So from here the maximum would be what? Definitely here from here I will give 0. From here I will do 1. So maximum is definitely be 1. So from here I can give 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, but here it's giving me 2. So 2 plus here it's giving me 2, and here it's giving me 1. So maximum is 2. So from here we can get 3. So at max, if I will take the 0, if the thief loot 0th index from 0th index, so maximum they can robbed 3 amount of 3 money. But if I will steep this thing the 0th index, so I will go to the first. Okay, I also have two options. That either I will steep the first house or I will loot that house. So if I will loot that house, the amount is 5. Okay, and see here 0 because I haven't loot the first 0th index. So if I will loot that one, then the amount is 5, and from here I will goes to which index? I will goes to from here is third. I will goes to third index, right? But if I will steep that house, so what would be the if I will steep that house, so I will goes to the second index, right? At the third also we have two options: either I will loot that house or steep that house. If I loot that house, so I can get one amount from that house, and I will goes to 3 plus 2 is that is 5. So 5 is definitely index out of bounds. So from here I will get 0th, right? But if I will steep the third index house, and I will move to the fourth index house. So at fourth, the amount would be what? Yeah, fourth. So yeah, I will simply steep that one and fourth. Okay. So here also I have two options, either I will see as the fourth is the last index, and see here we haven't picked the zeroth index. It means that we can fit the last index. So at maximum why the seats is last index. So what is the value? 0 plus seats. So from here I will simply return seats. From here also I will simply return seats. So if I will not pick the third index, so I'm getting the seats. But if I am picking that index, so I'm like getting one. So what would be the maximum out of one or seats? Seats definitely. So here seats I'm giving. So 5 plus 6 is 11. So here I'm getting 11. Okay, and 0 plus 11 is 11. But if I will skip that first index and I will goes to the second index, so definitely here also I have two options, either I will pick that one, so the amount is 2 plus 2, and I will goes to the definitely be fourth index. But if I will not pick, then I will go to third index. So definitely here also I will get the 6 because it's last index. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So here 8 and here 3, it gives me the 1, because after this I will go to the fifth index. So or definitely be what would be the value is that 6. Okay, from here I am getting the 6 if I will pick the 2nd and 4th index. But if not, then definitely I am getting what 1. So out of 1 of 8 is maximum is 8, right? See here and here 8. But if I am picking the 1, then the maximum amount is 11. But if I am not picking 1, so maximum is 8. So out of 11 and 8, what is the maximum? Definitely be 8. So see here. So if I will picking the zeroth index, and if the thief started the loot from zeroth index, so he is getting 3 amount. But if he skipped the zeroth index and if he started to loot from first index, so maximum he is getting 11, right? So maximum he is getting 11. For how he get 11? So he first loot this index, then he'll and after that he loot this index. So maximum he is getting 11, and this is the maximum. I'm sure this recursion tree diagram helps you to understand. So let's try to write down the pseudo code. So firstly I'm writing function, then money, basically array, and what I will write basically the current index. Here before moving forward, I will write down the base case, that somehow if yeah, and one thing that what I will do basically, that I will that call this method twice. See here why I will tell you. Okay, here I will write down the flag that which indicate that either I have chosen the first index or not. Okay, so basically this is a flag like a flag. Got it? Base case would be what, that if index is greater than money or equal to money dot length. If it is index out of bounds, so simply I will return the base 0. The second base case would be what, if it is the last index. If index equal to money dot length minus 1. So here it's totally depend on the either if I have chosen the first index, so it means that I will not choose the last index. So basically here what I will do, if flag is true, so it means that I have chosen the first index, so I will not choose the last index value. So here I will simply return 0. If not, so I will return the value of this array at last index. So I'm sure this base case is clear to you. Let's as we know, there I have two options, either I will loot. So I will first loot the money from that house. So I will call this method. We pass this money, and as we have current index, so I will not put there just next. I will put there next to next, so that it should not be an adjacent and flat as it is. Got it? Another is I will simply skip. So I will simply skip the current house. So in that case, it still means not loot. So simply I will call this method function. I'll pass this money and just its next index flag as it is. Okay. From here, what I will do simply I will return a max out of both loot and strip. So I'm sure this recursion tree helps you to understand and this code. So let's come to code editor and try to write down the code. I am writing the code in Java language, but you will definitely find out the Python and C++ code in my description and in my GitHub profile. So please don't forget to visit that as well. So let's try to write down this. So like robbing house, the money, then current index, then has first taken is first taken. So boolean, I will take boolean is first taken. It will just indicate either I have peeked or looked at the first house or not. That's it, as it is. I'll check. I will help take the initialize like length of the money array. If n is like if len index it is equal to n, so simply from here I will simply return 0. Or if index if reach the last house, or you can say like a house, then I will check if last first house money has taken or not, like taken or not. Has looted, then simply return 0, otherwise return last house money. That's it. So it means that if index equal to n minus 1, then simply I will return simply 0, otherwise money at the index, right? Otherwise take like a loot the current house money, loot money, then index plus robbing house money index, and I will strip the its next index so that it should not be any adjacent, and is first taken as it is. Then not loot the current house money, and not loot it's not taken. I can replace the name, it's taken, robbed, not robbed, or taken, not taken. So it's the variable name will be depends upon you, but make sure it should be it comes in the best practices. So always try to write down the meaningful variable name. X plus 1 is first taken. Got it? So at the last I will simply return the maximum out of this taken or not taken. So let's try to like call this method okay 2 times. Actually pick taken the first house money, then 0, then true, or not taken, robbing house money and 1, then false, right? And out of this I will simply return max. First house not. If you see it's my bad that if when I am taking the not taken, I don't have to add it here, okay, because I am not picking that house, I am not robbing that house. I will try to run this code, so definitely it will work. Let's see. Yes, it's worked perfectly fine, and if I will try to run this code, definitely if it will give me the time limit exceeded. If I'm not sure, check. Yeah, sure. So let's try to understand why it's giving the time limit exceeded. See here, as at every step, at every house, we are calling, at every index we are calling twice. Okay, so if you can see here that there are so many cases which is occurring repeatedly. So at here see, this is the index third, okay, and here also again this third has appeared, right? See, 4 has appeared here, again 4 has appeared here, see 3 has appeared here. dot it, and if you can see a 2 here and 2 appeared here, right? Is it clear? So it means that there are so many indices which I am calculating repeatedly again and again, means there is duplication. So when there is a repetition and we are calculating same thing again and again, and we are getting the same result every time, so in that case memorization comes in picture. So definitely, so let's start now. The DP help us to reduce the time complexity, as this approach time complexity is 2 per power n. Why 2 per power n? Because at every time we are calling twice, either we will pick or not pick, or you can say taken not taken, or robbed or not robbed. So the time complexity is 2 per power n, where n is the length of the houses or money, and the space complexity order of n. Why? Because we recursively calling this thing, so definitely it takes order of n. So let's try to uh, optimize this time complexity, and now DP helps us to do so, right? So what will happen? See, definitely nothing, but let's try to understand with this example, okay, how DP will optimize of the same size, that is 0, right? And see, so let's try to draw the same diagram again. So see here, oh, we are at the 0th place. Okay, we have two options, either I will take or not take. Let's see, we have taken this thing, and we have taken definitely 1, right? Now I will goes to the 2th index. From 2 I have two options, either I will pick or not pick. So let's take, I have taken that one, and I have called this 4, right? And see thing, one thing is sure, this DP is somehow when I have taken the first house, right? DP2 and one thing, it is when this will call, when the first house not taken, right? See here, at 4th, and when we will be at 4th index, definitely when we will be at 4th index, so definitely because we have chosen the first index house, so from here I will date, so we are at 4th index, from here I will got definitely what, 0, right? So from 4 index I will get 0, right? But see, when we are at the second index, so what is the maximum amount of this? That is 2. 2 plus 0, definitely we are at this is the second index, so the 2 plus 0 is what? From here 2, from here 2, and from here I am given 0. 2 plus 0 is 0 or 2. So from here what is the value that I will get? That is 2, right? And from here, see here, we are at the first index, and from here I am given the 2, so definitely it's giving me the 0. What I am getting, see, this is the call from 0, right? 0 I am getting 3, because here from here it's give me the what, it's give me the 2 and plus 2 plus 1 3. So at 0 I'm getting 3, means if we are the first house, if we will pick the first house, maximum I can get 3. See here I have also the another option is left, that is 3, right? So if we haven't taken the if we haven't taken let this index, so at the third, we are at the third index, okay. So from third I will definitely pick 1, and I'm going to 5, and I will go to 5th index. This is the index out of bound, so it gives me the 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So the third index, the maximum value that I can get is 1, right? So this is it, yeah. And see, if I will not pick the first house, okay, if I will not pick the first house, so what would be the value? See, if I will not pick the first house, I will goes to 1, right? From 1 I have two options here. From here I have two options. The first option would be what? The first option would be what? Either I will pick that one. So if I will pick that thing like 5 plus, and I will call for third index. Got it? If I will not pick, so I will move to second index. From here I have two options as well. I will take the third index, that is 1 plus, and I will move to fifth. So fifth is the index out of bound, so from here I will get 0, right? And if I will not pick the third index, so I will move to 4, right? And see here, from here 4, as this is, as here 0 has not taken, so I will simply take fourth. Okay, got it? Yeah, I will simply, from here I will return seats. So if I will pick the third index house, so I can get 1 money. But if I will strip the third index house and I will go to the next index, so I can get seats. So out of 1 and 6, what is the maximum? Maximum is 6. So at the third index, if we are the third index, so maximum I can rob is 6. That's it, right? That's it. Yeah, if yes, again here also I have stripped that one. If I have at fourth index, so I can definitely get the seats as well, because there is only one in the index, only one house. Let's come to second house. Okay, let's see here. From here I am getting the seats. Okay, and it simply returns seats from here. But if I will not rob the first index house and I will strip that one, then I will move to the second index. Here also I have two options. Either I will strip that one or I will theft that or rob that house. So from here I have two options. I will rob this house, so the value is 2 plus, and I will move to the fourth index, right? Or I will not loot that house, so I will move to the third index. As simple as that. See, we are at the fourth index. See, here we are at the fourth index. So this is very clear that we will not calculate again. We simply go to the DP, and I know very well that definitely if we are at the fourth index, so maximum I can loot is 6. So here I will return 6. So 6 plus 2 is 8. It means that if we are the second index, so maximum I can loot is 8. Wait, here also I have two options, one option 3. If we are the third index, so I will not recalculate again, because here I have to calculate again. Either I can pick or not pick, and I will move to the fourth, but I will not do this thing. Why? Because I know I have already saved this value. So I will simply go to the third index and will check, is there value? Yes, 6 is there. So maximum I can loot 6. So from here also it's give me the 6, or here it's give me the 8. So maximum is 8 from here, right? So it gives me the 8. When 8, if I will not loot the first index house, but if we are loot the first index house, then we are getting maximum is 11. So see, if we loot the 0th index house and I will continue, then it's giving me the maximum is, but definitely maximum is giving me the 3, right? Because from here I will loot this one, or 7, not possible. Here I will here, right? But if I will strip that first in 0th index house, so it's giving me the 11. And if you see carefully, that why two different DPs required here, because see here, if we pick this one, then their value, their combination would be different. Why? Because if we pick this one, so we cannot pick this one, can pick this one, okay, right? But here if we will strip that one, then I can pick that one, right? So that's the combination is different, answer would be different. So that's why I have to take two different DP, and out of all this, whatever the maximum value that I will get, that would be our answer. So let's come to our code editor and try to write down the. So to save that, let's try to write down the DP solution. To save the time, I have already written the code, so that time will be saved. I will try to explain the DP solution. So firstly, I am checking the base case that if the like array is empty, so simply I will return 0. Then I have declared one DP, okay, and I am initializing with -1. Then I will I'm calling it, right, this method, and while simply adding this the first index money. So what is, let's call this thing again, calling here, and this I have taken the one flag is first robbed, then DP. If index is out of bounds, so I will simply return the 0. If we reach the last house, then simply I will check if the first house has robbed, then not robbed, then simply return 0. Otherwise return the last house money. Got it? And I will check here as well if the index is not equal to -1. So simply I will return the DP value that what I have taught in the code. And if we simply and after that what we'll do, we call from same index twice, either I will robbed the current house or not robbed, and out of both I will find out the max, and I will initialize that this current index in DP, and simply I will return. Again I will reinitialize the DP with -1. Okay, after that I will call the same thing, and from here I will start from the first index and I will strip the 0th index. Okay, and out of 2, either first house included or not, out of 2 whatever the maximum value that I will have, I will simply return that one. Okay, so this is all about DP. If I will try to submit or run this code, so yeah, it's worked perfectly fine, and I'm sure it will not give me the time limit exceeded. Let's try to submit it up. Yes, it has submitted successfully. Let's comes to talk about the time complexity. So as where we are like if there is n number of house or some money, then every time we are calculating at most once. So the total time complexity would be order of n. And if I talk about the space complexity, so space complexity is nothing but order of n. Why? Because we are using the order of, yeah, we are using the order of because we are using DP, plus also it will take order of n at most, because we are doing it through memorization, and where we are using recursion technique, so that's why it takes order of n at start space complexity as well due to static space, but overall it is order of n. Okay, but here we can also optimize this as well. How? We can also optimize it to order of n through tabulation. I will not make this video lengthy. So yeah, till now it's completely okay if you know this much, and if you try to showcase to interviewer, then it's enough. But if you want to learn how we can solve this same thing through tabulation and how can we optimize the space complexity, so definitely I will come back with a part 2 video of this question. So till then, bye bye, take care and keep learning.